Good evening and welcome to the stream. This is part 21 of our 22, of our endless quest to finish Might and Magic 2 on the Mac. Now, on yesterday's stream, we spent most of the stream in the Dragon's Cavern in Square D1, and eventually mastered most of it, and ended up getting a full set of golden armor for both of the knights and the paladin in the party, increasing their armor class significantly and gaining them multiple level bonuses. So the plan for tonight is to finish up Dawn in Dawn's Mist Cavern and go over to Murray's Resort Isle and finish his particular cavern. There's a point there where we were assigned the task of killing Dawn, and we'll have to find out what the reward is for doing that. So that's certainly one task, and another task is to finish some loose ends in the various dungeons that are left. We have not solved the mystery in Dawn's Cavern of how exactly to finish off the orb protectors, and we still have not figured out the riddle of the circus. I went over my notes and organized them a little bit today, and one thing I found is that we have a hint as to how to deal with the Gourmet. In Atlantium there was a sign on the wall that said we should eat meal B and then head to the Gourmet, so there actually was a particular plan as to how to do that. So we can go there and check that out and finish that off. That's one of the mysteries that we haven't finished. I also marked clearly on the map everything that we have already solved, and there are a few things that we haven't done. We haven't figured out the ruins of the mighty castle. We haven't figured out the horror square in C1, which is next to Y10, and we haven't figured out the cavern close to Middlegate that is chosen ones only. And there are some other things that we have not finished. There was one thing in particular here. Yes, the spell Starburst is in the center of the dead zone, and I believe we mapped all of the dead zone. I did not find a particular spell, so we will have to we'll have to look into that again. And there was this hint here in Middlegate as well. Travel through portals to all towns, donate at the temples, then visit the Feldekarp fountain. Now, I'm not sure which fountain this is, called the Feldekarp fountain. I don't think we've heard of it before. At least I don't remember hearing about it. So I was looking through my notes, searching for it, and it is I have a feeling it's the fountain in Middlegate that says Flicka Farthing. It's in the end of town, and what I'm going to do now to start out the game, I'm going to switch to the bigger window. Go to visit that particular location again and see exactly what it's called. Here it is. Fanciful Feldekarp fountain flows full as fluttering fairies frolic fastidiously. Flicka Farthing. So basically what we have to do, this is a simple task for us to solve. What we have to do is we have to go to the temple in every town donate, then return to Middlegate and flick the farthing that we supposedly then get as a reward into this particular fountain. So that's what we're going to do now. We'll start here, donate at the temple in Middlegate, and we will travel through the Portman's portal over to Zanzibar and visit the temple there. It is here, and then take the next teleport over to Tundra and visit the temple there. Which is here, and then travel over to Volcania. We spent most of last night's stream going to and from the Dragon Cave, and we'll donate here, and that leaves Atlantium. And the guild is here. Must admit, this is the town where I know my way the least. Now we found something here. Sir Lancelot found a fair farthing, so that makes sense. It's the item that we need. Now we've been giving this hint 2 times in the game, so I'm assuming that this is indeed worth something. So we will now travel here. We'll do this encounter here, which is inevitable. Somewhat. You find a fabulous castle key. How interesting. After all the fighting we've done with the guards, we now finally have a key. We will give the key to the cleric who has been holding on to the key for us for a long time, and finish off this fight here, and then go save the game. So that's one mystery that we've solved. I will mark it as such in the file. And then we will go check whether the circus is in town. It's been a while since we checked. We really should remember to do this more often. We were very busy last night. Finishing off the Dragon Cavern, and it's quite possible that we missed the circus. So I think we should check every 10 days or so, see if the circus is actually still in town. But for now, I think we should head over to Dawn's Cavern and finish that off. We were able to do that yesterday, so without much issue. And we can go directly from Dawn's Cavern and over to the over to Marie's Resort Isle, where we found the going fairly tough last time we tried it. And this time around we are both better armored that have more hit points, so things should be easier for us. Turn on the light here and we will travel downwards. Kill off the ogres here. And rest here. And we will cast both protection spells and the light. And then go frolicking in here. One is, we have one member dead. I want to cast a power shield here. And I want to use the raise dead command on Sir Hiron. And then I want to start attacking. 3 dead. Okay, that is less than great. We'll cast a Divine Intervention spell at this point, and we will continue. Magicka is down, but we can cure her, and there's only one of these enchantresses left. We live to fight another day here. Again, we are aging the cleric considerably. We will have to find a solution to that. Now I will finish mapping this particular place here. And then we will simply go directly to Marie's Resort Isle. There's a teleport to be found here on the other side of the game. Here in the same cavern, so we can simply use that to get to where we want to go. Here it is. We've been here before, but we only did a fairly small part of this. Let's see, where was this again? Oh, we've been here before. We had Had some issues with these golems here. It took a good while to bring down. They were mostly unaffected by magic. Remember them being very difficult. We're not really interested in having this fight right now. I would much prefer to just run away here. Which we did not really succeed in doing. Quit out of the game now, go back in, go back and do this again. Once again, I apologize for the coughing on stream. I'm still recovering from this throat ache that I have. Let's see. Again, we are in here. Let's see. Finish off this fight here first. Go back to Marais Resort Isle. We know where not to go. In any case, rest here. Cast the protection spells. Just a light. Go barging in here. Enchantress will have her turn as is usual. Really is quite difficult. We will cure magic dispel here. And have her use the implosion spell on Dawn. Dawn goes down and I will then cast a divine intervention spell and we will take down the enchantress. and find the treasure, then rest here. When we finish this, we can go back. Go over to Marais Resort Tile. It's obvious that we got lost somewhere along the way here. It's not here in any case. Is this the way we went last time? Yeah, it probably is. Oh, hirings are out. We ended up here. No. This is the way up to Marais Resort Tile. It's possible that we simply have to have this fight with the golems here to proceed in the game. It is possible. I believe we've already found this sword here. I will write down this clue anyway, in case we need to go there. When D4, the Sword of Courage, shining symbol of the Staunch of Heart, remains unclaimed in D4 at X14 by 11. I've written down this little clue here. Now, it is possible that we have to go through these columns. I do remember going through this door, so it's entirely likely that we simply have to do this. I will cast the protection from magic and elements anyway, and start dealing with this mystic clown. Shoot him down first, and then we will use the disintegration spell, because that is by far the most effective spell that we tried. I will also use the hello, Gleaser. Yeah, there are not 220 minions here now, but this is it's a fairly annoying enemy anyway. He has a very high armor class, so he's very hard to hit. It's only really possible to hit by magic, and even with the magic, it's hit and miss. So it will take a while. I remember last time we were pretty much giving up hope that we were going to get through this, but we eventually made it through. The Deadly Swarm spell seems to work every now and then. Mostly not, but occasionally it does work. This guy has hundreds of hit points, so we remove 50 every time we make a successful hit with the disintegration spell, and usually it only works every other time or so, so it takes a while. We've gotten one down here out of the 6. It's The only positive now is that we are better armored, so he's doing less damage to us than he was on the last time we attempted this here. We really need to gain our audience with Murray again, because we've managed to kill Dawn, so we are here to claim our rewards. Now, one of the advantages of the disintegration spell is that doesn't use a lot of spell points, so we can cast it fairly often. The only real problem here is that it only works every other time, so this is gonna take a good time. Two down now out of the 6. And we have at least managed to deal a blow or two to every one of the others. Although not many. We will need to do some curing now. Sir Hiron has at 8 hit points left. Not gonna survive very long like that. An entire round of spells, and I think we did 2 of damage. So the going is very slow. There's one left now. Here we go, finally. Now, somewhere here was Murray. I forget exactly where. We have not gone in here. The Elder Druid of Druid's Cave has in his hands the secrets needed to cast Divine Intervention. We already know this. And, I'll write it down anyway. Not only do we already know this, but we've already picked up the spell. There's nothing else in here. Now, where is Murray himself? Where did we meet him before? We've already been here. We certainly did meet him before. This is a long and winding maze here. Ending in a decently difficult fight. So we'll assume there's something juicy on the other side. There's another decently strong fight. We'll cast the protection from magic spell here. The vampires are a real piece of work. It will be their turn soon. Vampire finally goes down. So does the White Knight, and we finish off the rest here. We have probably leveled up enough to finish this particular cave here. Although we have not found Marie again. He's here somewhere. Laboratory, keep out. The archer is difficult. We should definitely try starting with him. Focus our energy on him to start with. They are quite formidable. The gnomes are easy enough. I won't worry about them very much. And we are in the lab, whatever that means. Oh, interesting. Now these would have been very, very difficult and highly annoying just a few levels ago, but they are not at this point. I assume this is oh, this one is difficult. There are two of these seductresses here. We know them well. They are highly dangerous. The living dead is also very dangerous. We will try the holy word spell here. Get rid of the living dead. Try to ping down the seductress. We might have one more go at this. Then we have the rock here, which is also takes a fair number of hit points. Then we will have to raise the Pink Panther from the death and rest and search. We survived. This seems to be just a combination of different monsters of various different kinds of capabilities. It's more like sort of like target practice than anything else, it seems. It's certainly difficult, at least in parts. Although it's not all equally difficult, some of it is far more difficult. Done pretty well so far. Done all of this now. all a bit annoying to map. It's endless unnecessary mazes here. A fairly large part here that is secret. Another of these laboratories here with the conchas and the snapping spores. Deal with them quickly and surely. No. I have been doing a lot of fighting here so far. Without really finding what we came in here to do. I guess we need to finish this cavern anyway. It doesn't really matter in which direction. Here's another crew. Only the valiant may wield the sword of valor. Hidden for years in A2 at extra level Y2. We already found this sword and handed it over. Spiders. Every RPG game has a spider in it. And classic. We're also dealing with an illusionist here. Fairly annoying little creep. Might bring him down now. Oh, this was a far more difficult fight than I thought it would be. We ended up with 2 party members dead here, which would not have happened. Giving this a little bit of thought. Never mind. No. Okay. As I mentioned before, the archer is quite difficult, and in combination with Phase Spirit, he is more so. The question remains what happens now. We won't be able to use any magic to take him down. We will have to rely on our abilities to fight the melee battles for taking him down. Easier said than done. There are 3 of them. Now there are 2 of them and we can't even heal. This was very bad for us. We did definitely not want them to advance. Sometimes this game can make you absolutely crazy. I think we will take a regular breaks from the cavern and go save the game. I simply can't be bothered having all of these fights again and again and again and again. It's annoying enough to have them once. So we will go for the 3rd time in here and try to finish this one off. Once we've completed that, I will go over to my resource tile and cast the Lloyd beacon spell in there if we can, and go directly to a town and then return. Now, as they say, this is these are the correct people to be dead. Kill Dawn. Use the divine intervention spell. Kill the enchantress and the other one. Done. Now. Okay, he's right here in this square. My undying thanks, the wench from hell is really dead. Wonderful, you must search for your reward. It's just gold, okay. Fine. Can't cast a Lloyd's beacon spell here. We will go here and return to the isle and cast it here then instead. That new beacon, town portal, middle gate. We will sell some of this stuff here. Now we still have the G plate mail that we removed earlier. Can't really use it on any character, but it's really too valuable to leave it somewhere. Level up the thief here. Save the game again. And head out to the cave. Do some more killing. Yes. Now. Let's do this again. Cast the protection spells. Now there are 6 hill giants here. They are obviously protecting something. Lots of doors here. Lots and lots of different doors. All of them locked. Here's the clue about the sort of nobility. We already found that particular item. The storeroom is filled with Marai's power oil rub on. You feel as if though you could take much damage today. We gained hundreds of hit points. So this is potentially useful before going into a tough battle. This is in X4, X5, Y15. Write down the coordinates. I have a feeling we'll be in a fight where this will be required at some point in the game. Rows upon rows of casks filled with the famous Murray's goofy juice line the walls of the storeroom. Drink some. Why not? Okay. All of our hit points have been set to 1, which seems less than useful, so... We can't bathe here again in the hit point potion, so... If we want to use that again, we will have to leave and come back. I guess the goofy juice really does make it goofy. Now I think we're mostly done with this little distraction here. Go back here and have all of these encounters again that we had here previously. Seems like somewhat of a waste of time, but never mind. Quite a few of these sorceresses here. Annoyingly enough. Now we should pay attention to what we're doing here so we can cure the characters. Got a little lazy here last time, which is dangerous. I already wrote this down here. The archers are back at it here. Focus our attention on them as soon as possible. We want them dead as soon as we can. Focus all our power on shooting them down. One of them left here. All of them dead now. That leaves these stone golems, and we know they are quite difficult. So at least there are only 2 of them this time around. So it could be, potentially it could be worse. We'll try to cure ourselves a little bit here. Pretty badly damaged after the archers. Now I try to limit the use of the dancing sword spell while we were doing this as well, to make sure that we would have enough spell points to cast the integration spell, because we really need to be able to cast it quite a few times here, and they are very annoying. There's one of them left here, and there's nothing to do except keep trying to bring him down. Yeah, the picture is always of the first enemy, and the first enemy was an Amazon woman, so we get to enjoy watching her instead of a stone golem, which isn't nearly as attractive in my opinion. Down they go, 75,000 experience points for us here. This is a laboratory here with the conjurer and snapping spore mix that we completed a few times here earlier. We have lots of these carnage spirits. I think I will have the cleric take care of them. Another hidden room here. I think we should finish this one off and then head back to town for a little breather. Tons of ghouls and the enchantress. Are these undead here? No, they're not. Just brainless, not undead. Kind of does sound like they're undead, but they're apparently not undead. Now, let's see. Now we got lucky with the Grim Reaper. He could have been far worse. Now this is likely to be... Okay, this is quite difficult. Armored dragons, 4 of them fire devils. Let's ascend here and take a little break. Go to Middle Gate, sell some of this stuff off. And we're back here. Let's head down there again. And you'll have to have some of these battles here again. There's no avoiding that. Mount Golden is largely immune to everything but magic, so have to take him down using magic, because it will take forever. When it finally goes down. There's probably something fun inside there. Definitely think we will have some fun with that. At this point we are largely immune to the paralysis, but there's still some character where that actually still works. Now, however, the armored dragon, I noticed there were 4 of them in the other room earlier. That's a lot of armored dragons. There was 1 here and it took a good while to get him down. Let's hope it's not 4 again now. Let's go back in here. These are all fairly difficult battles. It kind of suggests there's something interesting going on here. These melting men are annoying. Cause a great deal of damage when they melt. Now, in we go. This is a much easier battle than we saw here earlier. One that we saw here earlier was near impossible. This one is fairly manageable. We have quite a few of the champions. They are fairly annoying but beatable. However, need to take pretty good care that we're healing as much as we possibly can. We don't end up dead. Champion is down. Rest is easy. Yeah, it's quite possible that you could make a hit of this game today. You might have to adjust the difficulty a little bit. Might need to make it slightly more gradual, and you might have to give a little bit more in the sense of hints as to where to go next. The story and the monsters and the events and the places are certainly a match for many games still, even today. Many of the indie gamers that would be interested in playing this game are used to this sort of game. This is not the kind of game that a retro gamer doesn't know and hasn't played, so perhaps even with this current difficulty level, it would not really surprise those particular players. And in all fairness, despite everything, we really have not done a great deal of grinding in this game. We've mostly been focused on finishing things. We've done a little bit, but we have not taken entire streams to just grinding. Oh, this is difficult as well. There are 2 armored dragons here. And these goddamn mystic clowns. No spell points left. Let's shoot down the Mystic Clown. We lost 2 characters. Unsurprisingly. But 2 now that are not unconscious. Sir Hiram and William Tell. And the living dead are really making life difficult for us here. Probably could have cast the Divine Intervention spell there. But perhaps given how much it ages us, it's perhaps not worth it. This sort of battle. Just have these battles again here and try this again. It's a little bit tricky here. Again, this is difficult. Get rid of the crazed natives here first, before they frenzy and kill all of us. Annoyingly enough, I have a feeling that it will take us a long time, if it's even possible, to kill all of these, because I don't think we have really anything that could do any sort of damage to any of these. This might take forever. We will just have to have them beat us down. We have no spell points and no way of beating them, so we are basically dead. The game is being pretty nasty to us right now with the roll of the dice. Let's just put it that way. Now we have a dinosaur here fighting with us. Interesting results. It's unsurprisingly doing a real number on us here. Then we have the plant golem go once we finish off the Tyrannosaurus. And he's one of those that can't be beat except by magic. So this is gonna take a while because we really don't have that much magic left. We've used up quite a bit of it fighting the other monsters here. Let's hope that we eventually take him down. If we get to the point where Magical Dispel is unable to cast, then we will have to take him down using the pain spell, which is gonna take a long time because it removes like at most 3 or 4 points. If it manages to do damage overall, sometimes it does nothing. And we've been fairly lucky so far. I think we've managed to strike him at least 4 times, so next time might do it. But we lose 8 spell points every time we cast a spell. He finally goes down. Light detection. Let's see. The druids need to go. I will use the dancing sword spell first. Bring down the druids before they silence us, which would be absolute murder at this stage. This is not good at all. Fire attack has been silenced. So Roland has not. Can remove the condition from fire attack. And William Tell is silenced, but he can shoot the druid. Magic of the spell is not silenced. He can use her spells to take down the druid as well. We have a dead robber, the crew right now, that we need to fix. We will raise him here. Have Sir Roland cure him. He doesn't die immediately again. Now again we lose a member, and we do so before managing to take down these. We can have Sir Roland remove the silence condition from William Tell, so we can use him for one more round of the dancing sword spell, which certainly helped. Magica cannot do another round of that, but she's still capable of casting disintegration. Now Sir Roland can certainly raise fire attack from the dead. Hopefully we can make it through here, and yes, we can. This was fairly difficult, must be said. It does seem that the rooms nearer to the bottom are indeed more difficult than the ones near the top. Bunch of swamp dogs here. Some of the ranges. It's certainly not an impossible fight by any stretch. Still rest, recuperate the spell points. No idea what we're about to face here. This is another of these. We've had quite a few of these before here. Now, Inkalon and the invincible Mega Dragon battled in the 9th century in C4 at X14Y5. So this is a task for us here. Go to the 9th century and potentially join this fight. Now these squares are not accessible from here, so they are potentially accessible from the other side. I'm not going back there this time around. We will have to do so at some point. These warrior boards here and some of these living dead. Get rid of the living dead. Raise Roland. They really are the living dead, and it's just the way they are. Quite dangerous. Okay, we need to take down the druids first. They're all dead. Just leaves them out to patrol so we can beat them down. We've been in here before and finished this off. But, he ran away from this battle here, I think. And at least we need to Great. This is an interesting combination of little we can't touch the ghost. We know that for a fact. We need the holy word to get rid of the ghost. There is no other way to beat him. The spider bug is actually more dangerous than it looks. I might need to take care that we don't accidentally die here. It does deal out a great deal of damage. We survive. This is a well-known battle. We've had it many times before here with the conjurers and the snapping spore combination. So this is done here. I think we will head back and then return and finish the rest of this cave. We are mostly done. There is the area there that is where Murray is hiding his treasure, so Probably worth a look to see what's actually there. We'll have to find ourselves a way back out of this here. So we can use the teleporter spell. Sell some of this stuff here. Nothing really of any high value. Some value to be had nonetheless. We can train quite a few of the characters. Everyone is at level 25 now. So that is good. Let's buy some food here. Anyway, and take a look at the age of our characters: 36, 35, 45, 29, 55. To see if I can fix this a little bit here. Yeah, 4 years off. We'll take that for now. Fix this slowly but surely. It seems very often in the game that if you try to use it many times at a similar time frame, that it mostly just fails. So it's better to use it sparingly and only occasionally, and to use it often. Now there was I think there was some way of going in here again. Yeah, there is. It's this door here. No hirelings allowed, right? This was that part. No. The hill giants are here guarding the door from the outside. Have some fun beating them down here. Door is locked. The door is no longer locked. Door is locked. The door is no longer locked. It isn't entirely obvious exactly how it is that we managed to get down there. Let's see. There's probably a hidden way to get there somehow. We know about this goofy juice. That did not turn out so well for us last time. However, we should probably take advantage of the hit point juice that we found earlier again. Seems like a pretty good idea. Are fairly dangerous right now. How is it that we are able to get down there? There's a much better question. I think there is no other way of doing this than going past the golems there that we spent so much time fighting earlier. Very much not looking forward to having to do that again, but I don't think we have much of a choice really. Can go in here. Perhaps this is a way to use. There's a hint here. The element orb waits at x10, y15 in dawns in the spot cavern. It is possible that the plan here is for us to use the juice to go back there. Now, how do we gain access to this one little square that remains there? Is that possible? Here is a message about the Sword of Courage. Shining symbol of the Stone of Heart. Remains unclaimed and D4 attacks 14 by 11. We found all of these swords before. I think there's no way of getting through this without fighting these damn golems here. Take down the Mystic Clown first, and then we will start working on the golems. Which will take a while. It's probably not worth it to try anything like this because you have to use so many hit points on casting these highest level spells that could end up running out of spell points before we manage to take him down. This is at least tried and tested, if slow, method of doing this. We've done it multiple times before, so I might as well do it again. We don't have to worry about the hit points, we have plenty of hit points. Doubt anyone is going to become unconscious during this fight, even if he manages to land quite a few blows. But it will still take us a fairly long time to take him down here. It would be such a massive time saver in this game if you could set the spells to be cast as part of the quick fight, so you didn't have to go through this every time. There are still 5 of them left here. We're not really having much luck with the disintegration, but we do occasionally manage to land a blow. And down goes one of them. So now we've done 2 of the 6. One more. So now 3 remain, 2 remain. We've at least managed to land 50 on both of them, so they've been weakened a little bit. And down goes one of them, and the other one. We'll eventually get them down here. We really didn't need to rest. I think we lost hit points by resting. Such is life here. Well, this is the vault, and this is an unlabeled room here. I already wrote down this message when we were here earlier. Take a look at the rest of this room here. Nothing more to be found. That basically leaves this little area here. They steal from me, impetuous fool, and so for the consequences. Love, Murray. I have a feeling we are not going to be. Before you lies an infinitesimal, a small portion of Murray's wealth. Do you dare steal it? I think not. I think it's not worth it. To be completely honest. If we die here, which has to be considered fairly likely, and we have to have this fight with the stone columns again, and I really can't be bothered. So I'm going to say no. I won't bother. Now, as for this, we will dismiss Sir Hiron, so we don't have any hirelings. And then we will go through this door here. Not strong enough. Right. Wasn't there a solution to that particular problem here somewhere? I seem to remember there being a way to gain additional health here. Juice bar. That was not a nice juice bar. Giants playing volleyball. Plenty of these hill giants here. Nice target practice. This is not as nice. Fairly annoying actually. We'll cast the weekend spell. Take down these vampires before they kill us. Seems that the stupid fairies have stolen our gold, our gems. This is certainly not the correct time for that particular situation. I actually can't believe we're in this particular situation here. We're very likely to die here. Magic of the spell is also out of gems, which is a completely annoying situation. We can't take down the vampire and we end up dead. It's unbelievable. Taking our foot off the accelerator for 10 seconds meant ending up dead once more. So now we have to do this again here. You ask me, I'm a little annoyed right now. Because I really don't want to have this battle with these stone golems here again. I'm very tired of it. But okay, let's try a different method then, since we had to go down here anyway. Let's use this to our advantage. We'll try to do here now. Certainly at the risk of having to do this once more is fight these once again. Which we know we will succeed in doing, because we've done it multiple times before. It's just a matter of time. We will, however, have to cure a little bit here. We are not quite as well endowed as we were during the last attempt. That's okay, we can do that. Two of them left now, so slowly and surely they are going down. One left. It's about half done. Now he has only a few hit points left. Minor hit will probably do him in. Is somehow still alive. We've been exceptionally unlucky now. We have not landed a single strike on him for at least 3 turns. Eventually we must get lucky with the throw of the dice and actually manage to hit him. 2 damage he took right now. This is extraordinary here. Another 2. Finally he gets another 50. I have a feeling this one has taken an incredible amount of hits without going down. Seems sort of weird. I'm fairly sure we have successfully hit him at least 3 times with the disintegration spell, so he should have taken some 150. He only has 26 left, so he will go down if we hit him again, and yes, he finally does. Let's hope this is the last time we have to do this. I can't go through this again. Light. Protection from magic. Okay. Let's finish this off here. We are basically just going to map this. That's all we're going to do. And we're gonna walk through this wall here and really not take anything. Okay. Now the question is, can we somehow make it back there without having to, because what I'm really interested in is making our way somehow over here, and we can't cast a teleport spell and we can't cast a jump spell. I still really want to make my way over there using any way possible. It seems that is not possible here. Which is why we were trying to figure out the health potion there, and let's try that again. That is the only way to do it. Let's try that again. Figure this out here, and leaves this area here. We have it mapped. Okay, let's go back up there and hope we don't actually die again. We did go looking for a fight here. It was not really the plan. Just for paying guests only. Take a mud bath. Seems to do absolutely nothing for us. No. 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 Yes. This did nothing for us either. Yes. I seem to remember some of this giving us a decent health bonus. Or a might bonus. Not finding it again. I was fairly sure it was here somewhere. There is a place in D2 that gives us 200 might. Might as well use that. Let's head back to town. Don't think we have much to sell. We have this single thieves pick here. We'll use it. And go in here. I will go over to D2. Just here on the next map. At 112. This is not 12. 7. Here is 12. Pick and eat. We now have 200 might. So, if we now go using Lloyd's beacon back to the cave. Dismiss Sir Hiron again. Then we should be able to get through these doors here. We should use the robber to actually unlock, not the sorcerer. Just used to using member number 6. Now we are strong enough. Oh, it's locked. We are not heroic. What does that mean? What's the meaning of that? Is it a skill that we need to learn? Now, what I want to try here is if we can actually use the jump spell to jump over this. No, we cannot. Not heroic. What does that mean? Let's try one thing here. To try something, let's go back to the surface and try all of the pools there. See if that makes us heroic. Not touch the gym or the juice bar. Can't take advantage of this. We're not paying customers. I have no idea if this helps or not, whether it does anything. Certainly worth a shot. It's locked again. Yeah, strong enough at least. No, they're still not heroic. Okay, then I have no clue of how to get there. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a way of being able to use the hit point magic there to help us go back to Dawn's Cavern and beat these ogres. At least that was the plan. Now, The question remains, where can we buy these tickets? Because the only thing we haven't finished here... The only thing we haven't finished here is the... is the bath there. I'm wondering if the travel agency for the island is here in Atlantium, whether we can buy a ticket to the island. Simply travel there for a vacation. Now here we can become a hero or a heroine. That would certainly seem to fix the issue, but we would have to wipe out a skill. To be able to do that. But let's try it. It might be worth it. Let's see. To pick someone who just picks Sir Lancelot. He's a soldier and a gladiator. That's easy to get. Again, cost us a little bit, but really not a huge amount. Have to find the brain detoxification room here, which is here. Wipe out Sir Lancelot, and we will simply use the town portal spell to take us back to Atlantium, and we were not athletes. We will learn the hero skill. Game makes this doubly difficult by making sure that we can't use hirelings. Because the easiest way to solve this would have been to just find a random hireling and add this skill to her skill list. And now of course we have to go back to D2 to get all this might that we also need. I'd forgotten about that. So, use the town portal to go back to Minogate, go back to D2, drink from the fountain. It's a lot of steps to take to be able to solve this. Hope it's worth it. Let's go back here. To use the teleport spell, we need to be in 11, we're in 4 now, so we need to go 7 up, if I'm not mistaken. We are in 11. Yes, our might is now 200. Let's go back once more. Yes, we'll go into Murray's cave again. Now I think we fill all the requirements. We have no hirelings. We are strong enough. We are heroes. And we can go through this door now. Murray is in. Okay. That has to be the most ridiculously difficult way to get anywhere. And this is the only way to gain access to this particular part. And therefore the only way to use what I'm about to do here, which is to make our way up there and drink this this hit potion or oil or whatever we want to call it. We will have to take care of these hill giants here first. Using any means possible, really not all that difficult. I would prefer not to rest. So I want to keep the 200 I would prefer to keep the all the might that we had, which I'm not sure we have anymore. No, we don't. It's passed out. Let's see. Let's open this door here. Might be able to fetch the might again. Perhaps we don't need it if we are lucky enough here. Now we have to go through this maze again. Endless doors. The fact that this is so difficult seems to suggest to me that this is indeed what it is we are supposed to do. And my plan is then to go back in here, not go up. Fairly sure if we go up we lose this ability here. Go through this. Now we're not strong enough. Great. I wonder if we can go up again. Yes, we can. Okay. Can we use the town portal spell? Go to middle gate. Yes, we can. Go outside. Go over to D2. Yes. Okay, now we have both. I really should pay some attention as to where I'm actually going. This is costing us a lot of red points. I'm going to be facing down here before I did this jump. One more. Okay, finally back on the road. Now we need to go all the way back to Dawn's Cavern, and there are still some battles to be fought here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. We need to jump here. In we go. Still have 200 might, and we still have Shitload of hit points. We can beat these by single punch, basically. And then we have to take care of these snitches here. There are 200 of them, but we are also insanely strong. Now, if this attempt doesn't work, I won't try this again. Not at least until we have leveled up quite a bit. I should not really make much of a dent here. No much to us, even if we don't have these overinflated values. But we need to have this fight because the entrance to the hidden area here is behind these snitches. And what will happen next is that we will walk into a group of ogres that are protecting this stone here, and we don't stand a chance of doing anything against them if we are not at least this powerful, potentially even more powerful. Let's see. Here are the orb guardians. Very tough to beat. Let's try that on. We can't. That's correct. We can't use any magic. That was the. That is the catch here, and so having lost these spell points does not matter at all. What we really need here is absolute ton of hit points to stand any chance of beating them. Don't think that chance is very high. No, it's not. We perish. We did manage to take one of them down. So theoretically, this is possible. But perhaps not now. But perhaps not now. Did we finish and save after we finished the cave here? Yes, we did. Okay. Going to make another attempt at this. But we just beat these down here. So we can bring the hireling as well. Because we don't need to use the. It's unnecessary to use the teleport. We can go outside again. Oh, the requirements are not quite as strict as I thought they were. Let's rest here and cast the protection spells and wrap this on and go back. It's worth it to try this one more time. We might not succeed. If we don't, that's fine. We'll have to try this again a little bit later. And go up again. And we will use the town porter spell to bring us to Middle Gate. I wonder if we can actually save this. Yes, we can. That is very useful. Let's go here. We don't have to use the teleport spell. We'll eat these. That will bring us might up to 200. Forget what it is exactly that the Why 7 gives us 200 speed. So let's do that as well. That should enable us to take multiple blows. Should now have, or what? And we only have one. It's possible that we can only have one. No, now we have both 200 speed and might. Perhaps should have thought about where we were going. It's annoying how quickly this wears off here. Let's we really have to just go there, go straight down without having any sort of interaction with anything again. Let's go back up here. Yes, we will eat this. Turn around and eat this. Go down to the path. We have 200 and 200. Okay. Do we still have 200 and 200? Yes, we do. No. We're still there. Still there. Still there. How many do we have to teleport? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's worth it to use the teleport spell here so we don't end up in any sort of encounter. We still have 200 and 200 and we basically have all of our hit points and the hireling. Let's see if this is enough. We're slightly better off than we were. Have this battle here with the snitches. The added speed should really give us more turns, or more attacks per turn, I should say. So we should be able to hit the monster more times for each turn. So potentially we can do more damage. We won't get hit any less, but we should be able to do more damage. Let's see if that's enough to take down these Ward Guardians here. Certainly worthy. Did a lot of damage, at least. Now, one of the problems that we have here, obviously, is that most of these characters are not very good fighters. Let's just be completely honest about that. And magic can't be used, so they've nullified basically these methods that we used here. We brought one of them down, however. That is better than nothing. would like to see another of them go down here now. Yes, now only 2 remain. That also means that they are able to do far less damage per turn, which potentially helps us. Now the question remains, can this cast actually do any damage to these guys so that we are able to take them down? Only 1 remains. We survive. Miraculously we survive. Friar Tuck is the last one standing with 34 hit points. We can't even cast light, and we can't get anything back. But we should be able to. We don't really need to see anything, but we should be able to go back and cast the light. So we can at least see what the hell it is we're doing here, and no, we can't go out this way, okay? Fine, we'll have to do this blind. That's just the way it is. We'll have to follow the map, do this blind. There are not that many squares here. I'm slightly worried that we might be in for another encounter here, and can't even cast the protection spells. King Callum's powerful element orb rests majestically upon a decorative pedestal. Do you have what it takes to get it? Yes. You wrest the orb from its pedestal and take it for your own. How interesting. And how do we get back out? This is not the way out. Must be a way out somehow. I think we got out. Yes, we did. No. We're in the pitch black here, trying to figure out a way to get out of this room again without much luck so far. We're back out, so cast the light again. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Now, can we escape out of here without being detected with the orb? Or are we about to have another fight here? We're still alive. Orb denies you exit. Okay. Yeah, that is one potential solution. That's it's a good thing that we went back for the hireling then. Let's try it. We were able to dismiss him. Yes. It is amazing that this trick works. It really is. It is truly astounding. The second time in the game that we basically have to solve the same riddle using the same method. I'll reorganize the places here. Now let's see, what the hell does this orb do? Identify. This is the Starburst spell. That's what it is. Because yeah, it has 0 charges, so realistically we would have to recharge it if we want to use it. Which potentially would work. At least just saved, so I'm going to try it. No, it does not. Did not destroy the item, but it did not work either. Nope. Nope. No. No. Yeah, it is really how to play the game, because you are supposed to get these items. You are definitely supposed to get these items. It's very difficult to figure out a way. You saw the loops that we had to go into to be able to finish this off. It's very difficult to get this item. You are definitely supposed to get it. That is definitely what you're supposed to do. And the problem now, however, is that potentially we can't use it because we can't charge it. Just like the ring that we can't duplicate, these are some very special items, and this normal magic in the game that will work with pretty much anything else doesn't work with them. Yeah, that might well be that it's used as something else as well. It's actually quite likely. Let's see here. Yeah, I have a feeling that we are not going to be able to use it, but however, we have it now. And I'm fairly sure it's a quest item that we need to use at some point, and it's potentially used here. Yes. It is. That's basically the only cave in the game that we haven't been able to access. Were you here when I found the castle key earlier? I was going through the notes last night and making crossing out things that we had already completed, and one thing we hadn't done is that we hadn't gone to every town and donated, and so I did that, and I received a flickering. So I went to the fountain in Middlegate that says flicker, faster flickering or whatever, and when you do that you get a castle key. So I now have a castle key, so we can basically walk into any castle. Now, we are now in the Square Lake Cave, and the sign reads Believ's Bestiary. Yeah, indeed, at a time where we mostly don't need it anymore. The guards are so afraid of us right now that they run away at the first sight of us. I assume these monsters that we are going to find in this cave are not easy. There are 111 monsters here. Some thug trainees and a bunch of cripples. So let's get started. This will take a while. Yeah, this, considering how difficult it is to find this element orb and how difficult it is to get it, then I assume that that these are not easy fights at all. However, in some ways, the Gem Maker's Cave, for example, yesterday where we were, it was not a difficult cave at all. It was mostly just getting around this. I assume there's one fight here for every time you do a turn, yes. Now we have these brainless ones here. And 50 sludge beasts. 50 sludge beasts. It's a lot of sludge beasts. Well, we haven't finished everything in the game, so we're just basically in here browsing right now. I'm seeing what's in here out of curiosity more than anything else. I have a feeling that at some point we might end up dead, but to then let's explore what it is that we can do here. There are certainly things we haven't solved yet. We haven't we finished, I think, all of the caverns above ground. What we have not done so far is we have not finished the castles. We still have to finish the dungeons in the castles. And at this point in the game, I think we should be able to take care of that fairly easily. So that's probably tomorrow's task, to try to finish the castle dungeons. It might take us 2 or 3 streams because they tend to be a little bit tend to take a little bit of time. Sort of curious to see if we can find some hints here. There are some things that we haven't solved, including the yellow message. And there are also 2 squares on the outside that we haven't mapped yet, where you could potentially have... You could very much potentially have some things that we haven't done yet. These panels are not difficult at all. This seems to be a fairly tame little cavern. Perhaps the game assumes when you get here that you are getting tired of battles. You've had your share. Hello there, Comatron. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Might and Magic 2 as we've done for 20 streams so far and still going strong. Oh, this little fucker is more difficult than he seems. Yeah, it's a great game. It really is. And these spiders are much more difficult than they look. Much more. They're going to take us down, I think. I don't think we will get out of this. Let's see. There are only 3 of them left. 3 of us left. It's gonna be tight if we make it through. If we do. We can raise the rest. This was mostly my fault. I underestimated these spiders here. They looked easy enough. They're not. What we're doing right now is we're taking a quick gander at this dungeon here. It's close to the first town in the game, and which I believed, and Gleeser just confirmed earlier, having completed the game, that this is the this is indeed the final dungeon in the game. This is where the final pieces get pushed together. However, we are not really ready to go there. What is the problem here? Not enough gems. Did we get the gems taken from us here? What? Okay, we need to share the gems. Okay. I have been using a lot of spells. It's gonna take a while. And these are somehow slowly getting more difficult. Not impossible by any means yet, but slowly getting more difficult. At least the layout isn't very complicated and it's all very foreseeable. Here we have some hill giants and a bunch of muggers. We should have share the gems. I'll try to remember next time. We'll have to beat down the muggers. We added friends, so now we have 100 muggers. And they go down. We're about halfway done here, roughly. Okay. We met our match there. To get past that point, we will need to defeat the ancient dragon. We are not there yet. So, let's do some things that we know how to solve. We know how to solve the gourmet puzzle. Let's do that right now. We need to go to Atlantium. We need to go to the tavern and we need to eat meal B, and then we have to travel to A2 1410. So we will leave town. A4 right now. Oh, we need to go 2 up. We'll do some water walking here. Fourteen two. This hint, which I was fairly certain was about the gourmet, might in fact not have anything to do with the gourmet. This might simply be a way to win this particular battle here. Entirely possible. These seem to be doing pretty well. Are we in 14-2? No, we're actually not. This is in fact not a battle that we want to have either. But it's not particularly difficult either, so we will just get the sword away. One has to wonder if this is a typo on behalf of the game. This is we are now in 14-2 and there's nothing to be gained here. Let's rest. What is this battle? Hmm. I have to wonder if this battle is random or whether it occurred just because we were there. Let's try this one again. Town portal to Atlantium. Now this is a old style RPG, and what you generally tend to do in this game a lot is die and make many attempts of finishing the same thing again and again and again. Just the way that the game is, and you sort of just get used to it. Now where was that tavern? Here is a portal. There's the jail. We don't want to go there. Here's the tavern, finally. Specialties. The music is just the pretzel music player on the ambient channel, because there's no music in the game itself, and just sound effects, and they are fairly loud and distracting, so I have them turned off and I just have this ambient music playing in the background. Yeah, it fits the game. It fits the game fairly well. I'm sort of wondering if this is supposed to be A3 1412 and not. It's also a possibility. That's not the first typo in the game. We've already seen a mix of coordinates. No. No. In fact, jumping up here 9 squares. This would be 1410 in A3. That is not the case. Nothing here. Go up 4 squares. Incarnate spirits. Oh, nice. Have the cleric wipe them out here for our amusement. Now we are in A2 again, and 1, 2 squares forward. Weird. There appears to be very little happening in this square 14-2 here. I'll abandon this mission. It's also not the correct place for the gourmet. So that mystery remains unsolved. That's I'm fairly sure, since it's close to Atlantium, that it has to do with one of the meals here. So what we will do is that we will eat all of them. We will simply eat all of them. This is the only one that we couldn't eat. Now we've had everyone at the first town. Here is the... Okay, we've had every meal here at the first town and the final town. We need to fix this and eat it again. Okay, at every meal in 3 towns now. So let's go to Tandara and go to the tavern and eat every meal there. Now there's only 1 town left. Where's the tavern here? Spent very little time in this town here. I'm not quite sure where it is. It's here. Ah, yes, there's always this battle here before going into the tavern. Bar brawl. Okay, now we've eaten every meal, or rather the first character of the party has eaten every meal at every bar. So let's go over to Atlantium and go outside and talk with the gourmet and see whether he now wants to talk to us. He's in A376. No. See. No, it is in fact here. Not here. Here he is. Yes. I appreciate the fellow connoisseur. You are truly an Epicurean. Okay. Okay, so basically one of these meals is something that we need to eat, and we gain 100,000 experience for doing this. So fine, we will just do this for every character. Doesn't matter. It won't take us very long. We'll go here, change the characters, and we'll eat every meal. I'll need to fix this. It's a random chance that you get sick while eating some of these. Occasionally you have to do something about that. I'm truly eating a lot here. So first town done. Now it's time to try the second one. Okay, 2 towns done. Let's head to the third one. This is sometimes a game of patience, but usually when it is, you are eventually rewarded, so to fix have the last meal again here. There we go. 1 town remains. So have this bar brawl here. Cleric, heal thyself. Okay, now everybody. No, not everybody. I hadn't finished the Pink Panther here. Or magic at the spell. It was either one. Okay. But done. Now everybody has eaten everything that they can eat here, so let's head out. We can't. No. Yes. Obviously the hireling can't get this because he can't shop at the bar, so it's impossible to raise him using this method, but 100,000 experience is still 100,000. See where we are. We seem to have gained a little bit. Still nowhere near leveling up to level 26. It's a fair amount away still, but at least we've solved this particular puzzle, which is good. Now I'm wondering if we solve the was a battle here that I don't remember whether we completed or not. So let's check. Good night, Gleeser. We are just about to wrap up anyway. It's just one or two more things that I want to do here. There are very few things that I want to, we still have to do here. Just going through my notes here to see what's left. Isn't really all that much. Now, we have this message here about the starburst, which is really quite interesting. It says it's in the middle of the death zone. How could we possibly get there? Going to try anyway. Oh, the middle of the death zone is here. I will cast full protection here. The elements and from magic. And try jumping into the middle here. Doubt it will do anything for us. No, it does basically the same thing as it did before. We are all dead. So the spell is there, but we probably have to be immensely powerful to be able to get it. We are not there yet. And there are actually very few spells remaining here. We have the Nature's Gate spell. We haven't found that yet. That's one of the unsolved mysteries. So it's undoubtedly to be found somewhere on the outside. It's funny that we haven't solved it yet. It's funny how many of the puzzles in the game seem to have something to do with the bar. Something that seemingly seems absolutely random and pointless. Just occurred to me that looking through the Cavern notes here, that in the Druid's cave, we had a message: an old Druid pays you no heed as he munches enthusiastically on red-hot wolf nipple chips, which happened to be one of the items on sale here in the third town. Let's eat that and then go looking for trouble in the Druid's cave. I wrote down the coordinates of this message. Good night, Commodore. Thanks for coming. Have a nice night, dude. Let's head back to Middlegate here and go to the Druid's cave at 1-9. And see if the Druid wants to talk to us now. It just occurred to me after while reading this message while going through this that it might be related to another food item since we just solved the Gourmet puzzle, and it is. How typical. Now, the Druid's cave was somewhere here in the center of this map here. It's essentially here. Yes. Cast some light here. We need to be in 1-9. Basically 3 down from here. Oh, sorry, it's not actually in the cave. It's on the outside. Fine. So, go directly back to Middlegate. It's actually in C3-1-9. 9 now. Now, this said if you want to take the cruise, please see the travel agent. So I assume that actually it's possible that. Okay, it's solved. An old druid cackles. Your breath really reeks of my favorite, the red hot wolf nibble chips. Friends, take this spell, Nature's Gate. Okay, we've solved this mystery and added Nature's Gate to our list of spells. Now we have every spell in the cleric notebook. Every single one. There is not a single one missing. We are missing the top 2 level 9 spells, the Starburst and the enchant item. We know where the Starburst is. We don't actually have the Fingers of Death either. We know where the Starburst is, but we don't know where the We don't know where the other one is yet. I assume we will figure it out soon enough. However, the travel agency thing is definitely related to Murray's Resort Isle, so that's then a puzzle that we can potentially solve. Let's see if we are the travel agency for Murray's Resort Isle is then here in Middlegate and not actually in Lantium as I would have thought it was. These are all known locations here. Where could this travel agency be? Why don't I remember it? Is a better question. So these are the monster closets here. Nothing to find in this part of town. These are the training grounds. This is the brain detoxification. Travel more. Joan the travel agent will book you on a trip to beautiful Murray's Resort Isle for 5,000 gold. Sure. Catch the ferry in area C3 at X7Y9. Okay, we can do that. Save first. And that's basically one square there that we weren't able to use because we hadn't officially booked the trip. So we were just given this hint here earlier because I accidentally stepped on the square there. It's in 7-9, which is just down here. About to have any sort of encounter here. It's here. 7-9, so 7 squares forward here. Would we like to begin on your trip? Yes, we definitely would. Please remain seated at all times. This is an e-ticket ride. How interesting. To your left it's Druid's Point. We've been there. To your right is Jouster's Way. We've been there. Isle of the Ancients, Evil Zone. Been there. Isle of the Ancients, Good Zone. Been there. Off to the distance is Atlantium. Coming up, Murray's Resort Isle. I hope you enjoyed your cruise to Murray's Resort Isle. Mosaic tiles of frolicking dolphins decorate Murray's Resort Spa, as we've already found out. We would like to bathe, yes. We feel rejuvenated. Oh, how wondrous. It's a way to lower our age. That is certainly worth all of this. Let's make another trip here. You'll use the town portal to go back to Middlegate and buy ourselves another ticket. Yes, I will gladly pay, and 5,000 gold is a gimme given how difficult it actually is to use the rejuvenate spell. How many times you often have to cast it to actually be able to use it. So I would gladly pay 10,000 gold to solve this problem for us. And I think we're due for a vacation anyway. Or I would say it. We were due. Yes. Now we're 26, 25, 35, 19, 41, 21, and 18. It's mostly excellent. That's we've solved quite a few puzzles here tonight and done many useful things. So start packing in. I will buy us some food, and we're fully stocked on food. I will cast the protection spells that were cast before we leave. I will recheck the training status to see if we're anywhere close to leveling up. We are not. Sign into the inn and switch to the other view and say thanks for joining me. I know most of you have left by now and gone to bed, but thanks anyway, guys, and for anyone that's still watching, good night. I hope to see you again here soon. We will continue tomorrow night and potentially start by finishing off mapping of the E2 and E3 squares, which are the final squares in the game that we haven't mapped on the outside, and then continue with probably part 1 of the castle dungeons, which we need to complete before moving forward, and that's probably at least 2 streams, and then I have a feeling that we would be fairly close to being able to enter the final cavern, and upon doing so, potentially finishing the game. So there are maybe 5 or 6 streams left until we can actually conclude this task and close out this game. For now, please enjoy the rest of the night wherever you are, and I'll hope to see you here soon again. Goodbye.